Hello everyone, this is George Greg, and in this video we're going to be designing some iOS application icons. And what's most exciting about this is that we're going to be designing on our iOS device without any extra investments into fancy applications or photo editors or anything like that. More than a year ago, Apple released its iOS 14, and with that update, Apple gave its users the ability to customize their own application icons. And ever since that update got released, professionals and non-professionals from all around the world have been creating these insane icon packs, and I'm sure that if you go into the Google right now, you can get a decent icon pack for a decent price or even for free. But what if you want to go next level? What if you want to build and design your own icons by yourself? And by the way, if you're anything like that, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, because I also got into customization and I have really exciting videos coming up soon on that topic, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But I think that the common myth is that in order to design an icon pack, you need to have this huge designing experience, an expensive computer with expensive photo editor and tools installed onto it, when in reality all you need is your phone or tablet and the instructions from this video. Of course, if you have things which I mentioned earlier, such as accessories and cool applications and experience, you are gonna do a better job and you're gonna have easier time designing those icons. But I think that the most of the things which people want to see and expect from their application icons is totally designable just on your phone without any fancy photo editors. I've done this myself, and here are some application icons which I have designed personally. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing two methods with you which I have used to create these icons so that you can design the application icons for your iPhone and iPad on your iPhone and iPad. And today I'm going to be working on the iPad just because it has bigger screen and it's easier to design there. But by all means, all the things which I'm going to be doing on my iPad, you can easily recreate them on your phone. So let's get the iPad and start designing. Okay, so here we are on the iPad, and the first method I'm gonna be showing you is we're gonna be designing our icons with a free photo editor. The one that I'm gonna be using here is called Canva, and as you see I have the application, but what's nice is that you don't actually have to have the application. You can access their photo editor through their website canva.com. So let's head into the designing and enter the application. So we're going to press on create a design button, then we choose Instagram post. Why we're choosing this is because, as you might already know, Instagram posts have square shapes, so when we go ahead and press this, the canvas we're gonna be designing our icon on is also gonna be in the square shape. And since iOS icons are square shaped, our icon designed on this canvas is gonna have perfect size and proportions to match the iOS icon size later on. So let's start designing, and today we're gonna be designing Discord icon. Discord is basically a social network for gamers, but to start working, we're gonna go into the elements and type in Discord icon here. And in these elements tab, you can search for many different images as well to add onto your icon, but now we're gonna be searching for Discord icon here. And by the way, if you don't find the app icon or logo that you want to design in this search, you can always use Google search and upload your app's logo to Canva, which I'm going to be showing you a little bit later. But here we have the Discord icon, and first we're gonna be enlarging it so that it has the nice size and fills up the icon space. Next we're gonna mess around with the colors a little bit. You can choose the basic colors which are shown here. You can just manually choose any color that you like. You can also search for a specific color, and also if you press on designer's touch, which you see here, you can see some color matchup templates which Canva designers created so that you don't have to worry about matching colors. Next, what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be adding some stuff. You can add pictures, text, other elements. I'm gonna be adding some shapes. Here are hearts, and I'm also gonna change their color to match the aesthetic. Place them nice and easy. Next, we can add some more elements, and again, you can search for tons of images and cool things in Canva search. We're gonna be adding a crown here, and you can be as creative as you want to. You can add whatever you like, and actually that's one of the greatest things about designing your own icon. The only person's opinion you have to consider in your works is yours, so that's really good. We have more windows here to add text and some other stuff, but I'm not going to be adding anything else. I'm just gonna finish my design here, and to download the design, you press this button here and press save as or save as image. It really doesn't matter. Okay, overall this editor is nice, but sadly you cannot access all the features of this editor for free. The things I showed you in this video I did do with the free version, but as you see here, the premium version costs some money. Without that premium version, sadly you cannot really put as much detail and customization as you might want to. So we're gonna move on to the second method of designing, and this is my favorite method, especially since the routine that I'm gonna be showing you, I basically came up with it myself. Maybe you can do these steps more efficiently than I do, or might even point out some ridiculous stuff that I should not be doing considering I'm not a designer. But let's get started. So we're gonna be working on our icon in Keynote, and what I do is, first of all, I make a screenshot of the application's original logo or icon, usually on icon. We were working on Discord, so let's stick with it. So we're gonna make a screenshot, and notice how my background is totally red. It's actually on purpose so that we have a distinct difference between icon and the background, so that later on we have easier time isolating the icon from the background. Because for example, Discord icon has blue outer frame border, and if the background was blue as well, when we tried to delete the background, it could have taken some parts of the Discord's blue frame as well. So again, use different color background. And next thing we're gonna be doing is we're gonna enter Keynote application and drag that screenshot which we previously made over to Keynote slide. Next we're gonna enlarge the picture so that we see better. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but the quality of the Discord icon does not look the best, and maybe you're gonna be seeing it with some enlarged pixels, but don't worry, it's all fine, because once it's put to the icon size, you can never notice those standing out pixels which you see right now. Okay, so we have this enlarged picture, and next step is to actually remove the background from the Discord icon. So we are gonna be using Instant Alpha for this, and if you don't know what Instant Alpha is, it's basically a miracle. Seriously, this thing has been so handy throughout my YouTube videos and icon creation journey. But basically what it does is it removes certain colors or objects from the picture and makes those zones transparent. And this is going to be our main tool to play around with icons and keynotes. So now using Instant Alpha, we're gonna be removing this red wallpaper background, and to do it, you just press on the color that you want to be removed on, in this case the red color, and it removes everything red that it finds. That's why we did not want the blue background with Discord's icon, because if we had a blue background and we tapped on the blue color, Instant Alpha could have had removed bits of the Discord's icon itself. So we have this wallpaper removed, and next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new fake background. We need to have something outside the Discord icon itself, because when we are gonna work on the frame, the blue part, if you have no outside background and you remove the blue frame, we're gonna be left with the inside part, and basically the icon's frame proportions will be gone. You can definitely fix that and create a new icon frame through making a new shape like this, but in my practice it just turns out more sloppy and the end product does not have the perfect proportions. So again, back to the topic, we add the new square shape. The size does not really matter. The main thing is that it covers the icon itself and it's actually slightly bigger. Then we color it to some different color from the icon itself. In this case, again, we're gonna make it red. Next, we move it behind the icon, and to do this, in Arrange tab, you just pull the move to back front thingy to the left. And now we're left with this basic Discord icon with red square shape, but it's not a background yet. To make it a background, you click on the select objects. Then, as I later found out while making this video, you can just press select all on the bottom part of the screen and it selects everything. But as you see here, I'm manually selecting both Discord icon and the red square shape. Then you press done, and then you press group. Once you have done this, you have basically united those two objects into one. And next, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna pull up the photos app again and drag our group thing into the photos. And what this does is this basically saves the whole thing in picture format. So now we're gonna drag this picture back into the Keynote, and here I'm gonna show you why we're doing this. On the left, we have the shape plus picture, which we grouped, but it's not considered as a photo, whereas the one that we dragged from the photos, it is recognized as a picture. And we need this because to continue our work, we will need to further use the Instant Alpha feature. And sadly, as you see here, the grouped picture plus shape thing, you cannot use Instant Alpha on it, so we don't need that. Let's delete that old group thing and carry on with the icon. So next detail that we're gonna be working on is actually the inside part of the icon, the white part. And to see whether we removed everything correctly, I'm gonna change the background of the slide to black color. And now we're gonna be enlarging the picture to make sure that there are no random white parts left where they should not be, and that we have removed everything correctly. Also, as you see here, we have white border lines separating the blue and the transparent parts of the icon, and if you want, you can always remove that as well, as I'm doing it right here. But I actually need the border for my design, so I'm going to basically go again and just remove this inside part. And now, next thing I want to do is I want to make the fiery icon, and obviously to do that we need some type of fire. In this case, I chose to make the inside part fiery, so we're gonna go into Google search and search for fire pictures. And keep one thing in mind: if you are going to use the icon you are designing just for yourself alone and not share it with anyone, you can use whichever picture or whatever you want on your icon. However, if you are planning on sharing those icons, especially for commercial purposes, you need to make sure that everything that you are having in your icon is copyright free, including text, details, and so on. So to easily see which pictures are copyright free in Google, you have an easy way. As you see, we have the tools button underneath the search. We press on that, and then we press on Creative Commons license in here, and after that Google will filter out all the copyrighted pictures and will give us just copyright free ones. But don't think that you can just go download any of these pictures and use them however you want. After you use a certain picture, you are going to press on license details, and it's gonna send you to the page where it tells you if you can actually use the material freely. Many licenses have certain conditions, such as the prohibition of using it for commercial purposes or other things. You need to make sure that you are clear on things like that. As you see, the photo that we chose here, we are allowed to share it and even build upon it, but there are certain terms associated with this, and to see that you need to scroll down, and as you see, the only term that we have here is just you need to attribute the author. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the site where this picture actually is uploaded to, which is Wikimedia/Wikipedia in this case. So now we're gonna click on open in media viewer, then we click on the download button, then we press on the you need to attribute the author thing. We're gonna go ahead and copy whatever is written here and save it somewhere, so that when we post our work, we can add this text to the description of our product in order to credit the author and meet the terms of the license. I'm copying this into Keynote just to save this, and later on I'm gonna add the text into the description of my YouTube video. But now let's get back to the icon designs, and here, as you remember, we already made the part which we want to make fire transparent already. So all we have to do here is we're gonna drag the fire picture from our photos, send it to the back so that it becomes a background, and place the icon on top. Now we're gonna be moving the icon around so that we decide which fire pattern our Discord icon is gonna display. Of course, you can also enlarge it to see better. Once you're done, you again click the select object, then press select all, or just manually select both the icon and the fire picture background, then you group it and save it. Drag it again back to the Keynote as you see here, and now we're left with this huge flame sticking outside of the frame and even the red background. So what we're gonna do is basically snap those parts off, and to do that, we're gonna go to the same window as Instant Alpha, but instead of clicking on Instant Alpha, we press Edit Mask, and we basically crop those useless parts. Next step is we're gonna basically repeat the same that we did before. Now we're working on the white separating border thingy, so we're gonna remove that white color from there, making it transparent. Don't be shy to enlarge the image just to make sure that everything is clean. If you miss little parts here and there, it's okay, because again, once you put this image as an icon, it's gonna be like 200 times smaller, and it's gonna be almost impossible to see those little flaws. But overall, try to do a clean job so that you don't risk having unappealing marks all over your final app icon. Also, if you make a mistake and remove the color you didn't want to remove, like you're gonna see me do here, you can just click the undo button to undo your mistake. For the border, I'm not gonna go with one color actually. I'm gonna do the gradient. I will use variations of brighter and darker red colors, and it looks nice. Again, after applying the shape and the color, check that everything is perfect, and then just go ahead and repeat the select object, select all, drag in and out of the photos process. Next, we're gonna be working on the icon's frame, and it's literally gonna be the same process of removing color. Now, as I'm seeing, we have a good icon shaping up, but I want to add something extra, so I'm gonna be adding some extra embers in the eye cutouts. You can just use iOS fire emojis and it's gonna look cool, but I want something a little bit different, so I'm going to be searching for candle or lighter fire, again making sure that we don't mess with the copyright and so on, and then we're gonna work on the slider. With edit mask feature, we're gonna remove everything except for the fire part, and now we're left with this fire, and I'm not sure if you notice it has this yellow shadow in the back, which we're gonna see if it fits. If not, we're just gonna remove it with Instant Alpha. Okay, so as you see, I didn't like the shadow, so I just removed the shadow part out. Once I'm done, I adjust the size, put it perfectly into the place, and copy it so that I can also place this fire into the other eye cutout. Next step, as usual, we select everything, group it, and save it. And we're basically done with the designing part. Now, next part is actually making it an icon, and to do that, you need to remove all the possible background, and what you need to be left with is an icon. But do you see how when you click on it, it has this frame with which you can adjust the size and so on? As you see, the frames above and below are perfectly at the border of the icon, but between the sides of the icon and the side frames, there is a space, and you don't want that. You want this selection frame to be perfectly hugging the icon as shown on this picture, and there are a couple things that you can do to achieve that. First, you just save this picture again into the photos and check if automatically it got saved as you wanted it to, and to test that, you just drag the saved picture back into the Keynote as you see me doing here. If it works, then fine. If that doesn't work, you can try and do Instant Alpha on the space that is left between the selection frame and the icon, and hope that Instant Alpha picks up something that you don't see and removes it, because most of the times this thing is happening is because there is a mini particle or something which you did not remove, and it stands between the frame and the icon. That's what's blocking the frame hugging the icon. So you can try to Instant Alpha this or crop out sides. Try to save this and hope it works. If it still does not work, then the last resort is, which you see me doing right here, you just screenshot the Keynote slide, crop out your icon, put it back into the Keynote, and Instant Alpha that. In my practice, that always works, but it's the last thing you want to be doing, because since you are screenshotting, you are degrading the quality of the picture a little bit. It's not a big deal, but why ruin the quality if you don't have to? And now we have this icon ready. In my opinion, it looks really cool. We can also compare it with the original icon. Obviously, it's not the cleanest work, and definitely original designers can do a way better job, but in my opinion, it's still dope to be an average phone consumer and have icons like this designed by yourself. So these were basically the two methods which I like to use to design my iOS icons, and I hope that you found them helpful, which if you did, please make sure to like and subscribe so that people like us, people who like customization, have easier time of finding the tutorial for this. Because when I was getting into icon customization, there were of course tons of helpful videos, but I could not find one video which exactly gave me the information I needed. So by liking this video, it's gonna appear higher in YouTube search, and it's gonna be recommended to people who want to customize their phones, and that way they're gonna have much easier time to actually customize their icons by themselves and join this customization squad. Regardless of what you do, whether you like and subscribe or not, I want to thank you for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.